Welcome back to Flint Creek Transport. My name is Justin. Today I'm going to do a 500,000 mile review on this beautiful Peterbilt glider. Yeah, it's cold and snowing out. What better to do on a Saturday? But before we get started in the video, guys, don't forget to check out the merch store. I like this nice jacket. Got Flint Creek hoodies, all kind of good stuff on the store. And we still got calendars to ship out of these trucks. So check out the link in the description and go get yourself a hoodie. And with it, you'll get a free calendar. So, all right, let's get started. So I'm just gonna go over the specs on this truck really quick. This is a 2019 Peterbilt 389 glider, 13-speed transmission, 2WS cat, which is about 1999 engine, 355 on the ratio, 280-inch wheelbase. I bought this truck in December of 2019. Bought it brand new. The only thing that I was able to change on this truck when I ordered it was the color, and change the color to this color. I don't even know what originally it was going to be, but all these trucks were already ordered. They were like the last batch of gliders that Peterbilt was going to build, and I was able to get my hands on one. So I changed the color to a deep tropical blue, and I think I did a good job on picking a color. Now, I do a good job on colors, but this time this color made this truck really pop. Beautiful color. Love it. I bought this truck. We put an engine in. So let me just touch on what a glider is. A glider is a brand new truck, like this truck, brand new from Peterbilt without an engine. I'll see if I can post a picture of what it looked like, but this truck came brand new without a driveline. There was no engine, no transmission. And there was no pipes on it. I don't even know about the visor, you know, but we had to do that stuff. And that has since been discontinued, and you can no longer get gliders anymore. EPA put a stop to gliders. I'm not sure why. Their reasoning is because they're not green. We can get into that a little bit later. But now this truck has 500,000 miles on. Actually, I can look here, but I want to say it's 502. So that gives you an idea, just over 500,000 miles. Just a quick update on how this truck has been. It was in an accident. The accident that it was in, a deer ran into him. That was the only thing. And we had to switch out. I think it was actually the driver's side here. Ran into the tank and flipped around, and we had some different fenders on, and ended up taking those fenders off, so we put these stainless ones on. And this has a 2WS cat engine in it. It has been fabulous. Averaged about 4.99, about 5 miles a gallon. This thing averaged, and it's been just a solid truck. No issues with the engine, no issues with the transmission, really no issues whatsoever. Goes up and down the road and no problems. I also bought some other trucks before this, some Emission trucks, but since then I got rid of them. And just so it kind of gives you an idea, those trucks, this one averaged around 5. Those trucks averaged, depending, you know, some of the local ones were about 4.25 to 4.5. And the over-the-road truck that had emissions was about 4.75. On top of that, we had to add DEF, and if you want to do some calculations, I don't know anymore really what how much DEF these trucks use, but they use quite a bit, and that would be a lot of plastic jugs. So this truck, no emissions. It's a new truck with an old engine. Thankfully, no emissions, and this truck has been flawless. About a 280-inch wheelbase, flat top sleeper, and no issues. Something I wish I could say about those emission engine trucks, but unfortunately not able to. Would I buy a truck like this again? Absolutely. And I've been buying gliders. Bought quite a few. If you follow along in the channel, I bought quite a few other gliders, and they've been good. So all of the trucks that we have pretty much right now don't add, and you don't have to add any def. So back to this truck, what this guy does primarily, this truck has a wet line on it. You can see the hydraulic lines, and pulls a walk-in floor trailer. He hauls a lot of different product, a lot of bulk commodities though. A little bit of palletized, but mostly bulk commodities, and it does run heavy. So this setup right here is legal 102,000 pounds, and that's why. So that, along with the wet line, does not let these trucks get very good fuel economy. So that's what kills fuel economy. You got to idle to let that truck run, to run the wet line. And when you haul heavy, you don't get as good fuel economy. So that's some of it. And I just want to give a shout out to the driver here. This is the class of driver we have, right? Look at that bumper. Let me see here. There we go. 500,000 miles on that bumper. And that girl is straight. Straight as an arrow. That is a bumper we put on that truck from brand new. So, talk about a careful driver. Blessed, man. Blessed for sure. New trucks to old trucks, right? The new trucks now coming out, I don't know the emissions that are on them, but I do know that in 25 they did have to expand and put on more emissions. And so I don't know what they would be getting compared to a truck like this. That new emission system does cost more money, and that's where I can't justify, like, well, back up. And when I bought those 2019 Kenworth W900s, and I know it's comparing Kenworth to Peterbilt, but let's say, just looking at those, for example, real quick, they were about 150 grand and 155 maybe. Turned around and sold them, and I lost a little bit. But what's scary is if I would have went and bought new trucks again, I would have been spending about $250,000 to $275,000 for replacements for those trucks. Instead, I bought gliders. Now, those trucks that you spend $250,000 to $275,000 on, their trucks are really coming back in value. So now, at the time, their prices were $250,000 to $275,000. Now they're $225,000, $215,000 for new trucks. So put 500,000 miles on it, and it might be worth 120, 130, 140. I don't know. Not very good. This truck, even if, looking back in 2019, if I would have bought a Peterbilt, go look at what a Peterbilt is worth today with 500,000 miles on, with an X15 Cummins, and you will see in that low $100,000 range. This truck with a cat, worth way more all day long and way less issues. This truck has been in the shop way less than those emission engine trucks that I had. Warranty is nice, but when your truck is sitting at the dealer waiting on warranty work and the parts are back ordered, warranty doesn't get you another truck on the road. Warranty doesn't pull your trailer. So that's the difficult part. I wish so bad that we could get more gliders. It is the green way to go about it, I would say. This truck over the life has used half a mile, quarter to a mile to a gallon less in fuel, less DEF, no DEF, and no plastic jugs, all that stuff. So definitely greener in my book. One of the things that I would say Peterbilt could do a better job on is the paint on the cabs are fine. The paint on the cab is fine, but the paint on the frame, not good. So this one's got some rust. Again, 500,000 miles, a couple years. This is went on the road in the spring of 2020, I think. Got some rust in there, but it's got 40,000 pound suspension for the the suspension parts and all that. That has been great. It's just the paint, And I think it is because, again, EPA and all that good stuff. They don't like the stuff in the paint that makes it stick. All right. So anything that is good, they don't like. As far as the paint on the cab, you know, that has been good. The guys try to keep it clean. So no complaints there. I have a personal pick with the Peterbilt clutches. I don't like the way they go in, but maybe the new ones I think are different. I gotta still want to see a 589 sit in one and see how I like it. But personally, I'm a little more of a Kenworth fan. What's also kind of interesting is that these trucks, you can pretty much just keep fixing them up and rebuilding them. And I don't really like to do that a ton because it does take a lot of work, and I just don't have the manpower to be able to do that to every single truck. And that's why I've been getting gliders. You can get new frame rails, new tanks, new engines, like hood. The only thing that's a little bit difficult is the cab and the bunk, but you can reskin them and you can redo the interiors. So, you know, pre-emission engine trucks will be around for a long time. All right. I don't know if you guys got questions. Would I do this again? Absolutely. I'd buy gliders all day long. These are fantastic trucks, and I have a whole line of gliders right here. So this Kenworth day cab glider, I got 2 more gliders right over there. Those are Kenworths. And down this lineup, there is a couple pre-emission engine right here. Actually, they're all pre-emission engines, but there is another, I think 2 gliders over there. So every single truck you see here is pre-emission. I don't know what else you guys want to know about this truck, but it's been a great truck. 500,000 miles. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Way less headaches, way less issues than an emission engine truck. I'll keep you guys posted. You know, hopefully we can get a few more 100,000 miles out of it before we do anything to the engine. I'd love to see close to 1 million, even more if we can. But gives you a little idea what this truck does and how it's been running for us. And one other thing maybe I'll just touch on real quick is, you know, you guys might be saying, Justin, at some point you're going to have to get emission engine trucks. And yes, that is true. And I do plan, like, at some point, I will be getting some new trucks in, like brand new trucks, but it is really, really hard to justify all that money, like, especially what the prices were. The prices of new trucks were crazy. So now prices are finally coming back, and I think here at some point, when prices are back, I'll probably put an order in for a truck or two. But I really struggle when prices were inflated to take all that depreciation. You know, that's crazy. And there is a ton of other equipment I could be buying to update the fleet and change it. Not that we're running around with junk. We have a lot of nice equipment. But I do like to keep things updated, and it's just equipment is expensive. I really like pre-emission engines, and I'm gonna probably stick that way as long as I can, but I'll probably be adding a couple emission engine trucks in at some point. I don't know what yet, but it'll be interesting. Next couple years, what all happens and what what is getting pushed, but it seems like with the electric world that, especially here with these freezing cold temperatures, battery operated vehicles are not the way to go. And sometimes all it takes is a few weeks, a few months for people to realize that this isn't going to work. You know, a few months of cold weather like this, and they're like, sorry, we can't utilize an electric vehicle. And that's what's going to happen to electric trucks here in New York. Over the summertime, you can run them, but in wintertime, it's really difficult. I'll give you a quick little look at some of these rigs over here. It's brutally cold out here, but some of these guys running through the slop, it is nasty out there on the roads. Gives you a little look at them. All right, guys, so tell me what you think of this truck. Tell me what you think of gliders, and if you guys are using Emission engines. Okay, give me some feedback. Maybe the new ones are better. I don't know. So give me some feedback. Let me know. I love to hear feedback. So appreciate the comments. You guys are awesome. I'll show you the back of these rigs. You guys remember when I was running this truck, this trailer with a 144, I think it was, or it might have been running this truck. I don't even remember, but one of the first days I ripped his mud flap off. What a mess. Oh, he's loaded. Look at this. Got one of the rigs backing in. It's truck 116. A lot of the guys are coming in and spraying their trucks off. Getting, like I said, getting all that extra weight off. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.